Girls, one dad on his own. What could go wrong?
This week we have major mic problems, give you a short tip on saving fuel for the season, look at trains and the lovely Shildon locomotion, and discover that hay fever and pollen is very much in the air. Come and join us.
We are on the pitch and it's only 32 miles from our house because we're trying to go to sites that are closer due to the current crisis with the price of oil and therefore the price of diesel. It is, as per usual at the moment, blowing a hoolie. Apparently we've got another storm coming this week, so it's in the middle of June and apparently we've got a big storm coming in. So it is a bit windy here, even inside exactly the same. So I suppose we'll see you in a little bit. Girls, one dad on his own. What could go wrong? Could we do, Lucy, now? So decided to get a little bit healthier, try to lose a little bit of weight, so I'm going to have chicken and green beans. Not normal caravan food, but got to do it to get my beach ball. So I've had our tea, and we now want to see what is in this hut. There's a big information hut here, and we need to see what's inside. Let's have a look. Yeah, let's have a look inside. Push. That's locked, you can't go in there.
Pool! I thought you said pool. I was like, I'm not playing pool.
No pool. Ooh, we've got a big pool table in
I
here.
don't get how to play.
That's going to work because I haven't played pool much, and I've been before the whole thing's wrecked. Well, I basically just got the white ball in. That's not how you play the game.
2 hours later.
After a long while later, we decided to go and have a film instead. It's a good little addition here for £15. It has seen better days though, but again, girls really enjoyed it, so we said we'd come back tomorrow and play more pool. Now they get set up for a cheeky film. Here we are on the Saturday morning, ready to have breakfast. But as you can imagine, with a family and 3 children and only one dad, there were some mistakes made. So I sorted out cereal for the girls, but we didn't have any milk. Well, we could have had toast, but we didn't have any butter. So what I do instead is that the sausage that I had to be given to the girls, and I had to then do my own. But not the end of the world, but it meant another trip at some point to try and get some things from the shop.
The challenge now is to try and find a shop, and then on the way back we're going to try and find a little play park for Olivia, because there isn't obviously one on site. So well, let's join us.
So just past the first gate there was like a livery there for horses, and also they had sheep and they had other animals there. But what was beautiful, they had this Highland coo that the lady had rescued for £500 because it was going to go to meat.
On a little walk here to try and find the local shop. It's about a mile and a bit away, and one of the things we're doing is not using the car as much as we can, just try and save the diesel and not spend as much. Fight at the front here to see who can get to the front all the time, nudging and bunching and pushing each other to try and get to the front. Joys of kids, eh? We found the shop, finally. Maybe give it a be a treat out of the Robsons if we didn't on the way find a park. So we already got a park on the way, lined up on the way back, and we found another one. So I said, Livy, do you want to do 1 park or 2 parks? Unsurprisingly, she said 2 parks. The owls are watching us. Ooh, true. That's park 2 done for the day. We'll see you back at the caravan. So we've been back, had lunch, time to pot again. Let's see where we go now. So we've arrived here at Locomotion. This place was opened in September 2005. That's a fact for you today. And this was Maisie's option to come here. She said, that place we used to always go that she didn't really like. She said, well, can we go again? So we came here to have a look and see what's different, if any different trains, anything else going on. Lots of activities to do for the kids here, and it is completely free to get in, but there is a suggested donation about £5. What we often do is we do normally donate a £5, even though there's a few of us here, but we spend a bit of money in the cafe just to kind of give back a little bit so they can make a little bit of money out from our visit today. So we're going to take the walk around and take you with us. So the girls are now playing a game where they've got to build the biggest tower, and they've got to put Instagram, but Maisie says no. Martha says it's just like Jenga blocks. So this here is a royal train, so it's like normal trains, but it's obviously made for more comfort, more pleasure. It's even got a bed in, and lots of other places for the royal family to sit and have their food. Very smart.
There's a lot of activities to do here, so the girls are now packing the wagon this side. The other side you can shunt the carriage in place by following the pattern on the top, but get lots of little things to keep the kids interested while you walk around locomotion. So when you come to locomotion, you've got to come to a little cafe here. So Maisie's hiding behind me, and then you've got Martha and Olivia here having a little treat while here. As you can tell, the microphone has died yet again. So just behind me is the APTE. Now what's fascinating about the APTE is that it was significantly faster of a train. Originally it was built in 1970 and it was a tilting train. Now, because the UK government, as per usual, knacked it up and there was lots of other issues, like the fact if two went round one bend at once they might hit each other, this train then got resold to us many years on the West Coast Main Line as the Pendolino. So something we designed, the Italians sell back to us, and we could have had it all the time, and it held the national record for the fastest train at over 150 miles an hour, and that was in the early 70s. Right, back to the caravan. You can't see the pile now, but 2 or 3 minutes ago there was a monstrous pile of how many fidgets and bits and pieces they bought, didn't you? Who has bought lots of fidgets? You and you. We're going to do a quick wander around Midridge Meadows and show you the site itself. It is a little CL, so you've got 5 pitches in total. You've got a couple of gates, and we'll show you on the screen now. The pitch 1, we're on pitch 2. Pitch 3 is currently empty. Pitch 4 has a Ryman motorhome, and then pitch 5, I'll show you. Pitch 5 is currently empty, but it looks a little bit sketchy. So there are 2 sets of 4 electric hooks, so I suppose we could have 8 in total, and there are 2 taps to share between them. It does also have a rally field, which had a couple of sheep in, but obviously that can be booked by kind of clubs or DAs and like that. So it does have an information centre. Quickly show you in here. This is the payments box that we're going to use in a second. They do have a selection of books on here, and they also have a pool table. So you can come play pool here. It is a bit sketchy, if I'm honest. This bit, obviously at some point, has been the toilet, because you can see from outside that it has a couple of urinals in and a toilet, but unfortunately they've now shut that. So that's about all there is really here at Midridge. We've been to a few things around the area, so you've got locomotion, which is about 2.5 miles you could walk or drive. We've been into local Newton Aycliffe, again, a couple of miles along. Lots of nice walks, pubs nearby, and really well access. Lovely green area. You wouldn't realise that you are still near like places and kind of places to visit, but lovely CL, £15 a night, can't really grumble.